Okay, we're live. Wow, we're live, babe.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, everybody. We almost didn't make it to our own live. So,
Running behind.
yes.
And hi, kids.
Yes, hi, guys. Um, I'm just going to babble here for a second while I look at my phone, make sure everything's working.
You know, the usual beginning of every live.
Yes. Oh, boy. What a day.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that one looks like it's working.
Yep.
And how is everybody this week? Once again, please feel free to tell us where you're from. Tell us your channel if you have one. Because as people come on the chat, I'm sure they would like to visit each other's channels. And I am still trying to get myself organized. I apologize. It's been a busy day.
Yeah, we are totally winging it. We have no notes, nothing to talk about.
No notes and nothing to talk about.
It was all do, not a lot of think.
I'm on vacation starting yesterday, and
Hardly.
yeah, not much of a vacation. But the to-do list is very long. As you guys remember, last week I had that whiteboard, the list of things I wanted to get done, and a lot of those things are stuff I'm hoping to get done this week. And if you happen to be watching at the moment and you're new to the channel, Cindy and I and our 4 kids try to homestead as much as we can on 1 acre, and we're here in southwestern Ontario, Canada. And
So what did you check off your list?
what did I do so far?
I'm trying to remember what yesterday was. There was something.
Well, yesterday I finished. No, yesterday was a supply run day. The day before I finished burying a tile in the front yard,
Right.
just to help with some drainage to the ditch.
Yesterday you mowed the grass.
Yes, yesterday I cut
Worked away
grass.
at the shed.
Shed build that I'm doing, and picked up supplies. And today I installed a laneway gate that I had got. It was a really nice marketplace find for a really decent price. And I got that put up. If I can figure out how to do it, I might even try to show you guys a picture during the live some point here.
It's really pretty.
Money Pit Homestead.
Hi, guys.
I don't see it on our chat, but I do see you. I do see you on the phone. So
and
welcome
hi,
in,
Mr. Ghostface.
Mr. Ghostface. Hi, welcome, guys. I'm a little unorganized. I apologize. Very last minute run in to get our live on the go. I've been installing a gainway. Wow, I can't even talk. A laneway gate today, and my hope is actually to figure out how to maybe show you guys a picture. Well, we got a few more comments here.
It looks really pretty. I really like our gate.
Yeah, it's very nice. Let me see if I can. If you want to watch on the phone, I'll see if I can get a picture up here to possibly show.
I want to watch on the phone?
Yeah, I won't be able to see the screen.
Oh, I see. Okay. Hello to everyone coming in. Hello, Vinicius Laredo from Brazil. I'm sorry if I said that all wrong, but very cool. I don't think we've had anyone from Brazil speak up before.
That is awesome.
Very cool.
Very cool. It's going kind of slow here for me, but I'm almost got a picture I can show.
Let's see. Hello, Rayan. We are well. We are tired, but we've been keeping busy, and it's always nice to get something accomplished. It feels good.
Yes, absolutely.
Not nearly as accomplished as we'd like to be, but still, it's nice to check something off that list. And it was a big something.
Yes. All right, I am almost got this to the point where I'll be able to hopefully share the screen.
Sure, looking very cold. And I was so cold. Middle of May, and I was so cold.
All right, so I will show you a picture of what I've been working on this morning, I believe. Hopefully this works. So that is Sydney. Rather cold at the end of the laneway, but that is the gate that I was putting up this morning. It was a fantastic deal on Marketplace. Hopefully the old posts will continue to hold it up. So hopefully that worked, and hopefully you guys got to see it.
Yeah, I really like it. It adds a very nice touch to the property.
And anyone else that has been to our channel before, you'll notice I shaved.
Yes.
And I haven't decided if I prefer the beard, but figure that out later.
And I'm not sure how to moderate here, so.
Oh, is there?
Donald Release says, Bert, I noticed something.
Oh, you noticed it. Excellent. And it's hard to see with the overlay on, I guess, but I'm going to take the overlay off for now and see if that works out better. It kind of changes how we fit in the window here, but we'll figure it out. Anyway.
Thank you, Donald and Lisa. We like it.
Yeah,
We're
appreciate
happy
it.
with
Yeah, it was less than half the price of new.
I'm impressed by how he put it up because it was like 2 inches overlapping, and he just, changed some bolts or whatever and got it to fit.
Yeah, made it work out. But that was today. And tonight I'm going to pick up a trencher from somebody I know. I'm going to rent a walk-behind trencher from them, and I'm going to bury about 200 to 250 feet of underground electrical wire. And then I will be running hydro out to one of the chicken coops, a shed, and our gazebo. So that's on the list. Anyway.
Do you know how to make people moderators? Could you make me one?
Yes, let me try to see what I can do. Let me find you.
So how is everybody's week been? We've had some nice weather until today. It's actually supposed to, I think we're still under our frost advisory for tonight. So I've covered my peppers and I'm leaving everything else a chance. But yeah, no complaints really until today. Hello, Shivam Sharma. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, welcome in. And I can't seem to, I think the only way I know how to do it is if you were actually on the chat.
Okay.
Because you're,
like,
depends on what shows there, but anyway, yeah, so as you can see, I'm still a little bit frazzled. I took the overlay off because I noticed that it was kind of doubling up on the conversation, and now the window almost seems silly small. And yeah, you already are.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, I see. Wild Huckleberry.
Wild
Hello, Robbie and
Huckleberry.
Sonia. Sorry,
Hi, guys.
having trouble keeping up.
The chat is a little slower on our computer than it is on the phone, so
Yes,
we apologize if we're missing anybody.
Thank you to our moderators who are doing the job that I couldn't get to.
Perfect. Cindy was scrambling trying to clean that up. Thank you very much, guys. So yeah, the gates installed. I just quickly, just as before I came in here, I'm still kind of a little sweaty, even though it's cold out because I was in a rush. But I finally got the wheels on. I had to go and change to a different type of wheels. Once I had the gate in place, it wasn't going to work out. And I can't read the one comment there, but somebody was asking what the stream was about. Basically, it's our day-to-day on our 1 acre homestead here. Body Fitness, hello. Where are we from? Surjit, we are in Ontario, Canada. Hello, Anant Gupta. I'm just looking at my phone because I find it is more accurate than the
messages
desktop.
Pop up faster. Yeah. So hello to everyone who just joined us. Thank you.
Yes, we do appreciate it, guys. It's colder here today. Robbie and Sonia, I thought I'd let you know that.
So it must be beautiful at your place.
Yeah, it's probably very nice where you're at because it feels like 10 degrees Celsius, which
maybe tonight it's supposed to get down to feels like 3.
I don't see the,
which is close to freezing.
Is that the laminated sheet over there?
Oh, sure it is.
Maybe we're too close. I don't know. I can't seem to. I feel like I'm crowding you. So 10 degrees Celsius. Today it feels like 50, basically. So we are, Cindy finds it quite cold.
I think it's the type of cold that moist cold, because the grass hasn't even dried up all day.
No.
But it gets in your bones. I was so cold. I came in and my fingertips were numb. Like, no. He's tired of me complaining, but
Yeah,
pins and needles.
I didn't find that myself, but it was as anybody that's hung gates before knows, especially when you're doing a double gate, there's a lot of adjusting and talking to yourself under your breath.
Double gate almost smacked me in the face.
As you try to get everything square, etc. So, but it went fairly well. I'm a little unhappy with one of the hinges where it's placed at, but it's going to be, it'll be a fix on another day because Cindy's had about enough helping me with that today. So
this is a problem that you can't really see from any further than 2 feet away. So it's really just his obsessiveness that's the issue.
I'm never happy with the work I do. That's just kind of how it is. Hello, Serge. We tend to get a lot of people stop in from India, which is fantastic. And hopefully we're saying your names right, guys, so you have to forgive us.
I'm sure we're not.
We're probably not.
94 here today.
94. Wow.
That's an extreme difference.
We had some really nice days. A couple days ago, it was almost to the point where I felt like complaining. But today, I don't mind the temperatures right now. I just wish it'd be drier because, like I said, I'm off for the week, and my list for the week is basically that gate, which I finished today. I want to get that underground hydro wire buried, and but that's going to take me probably at least a day, and then I'll have all the connecting and hooking up stuff, but then I'll do that later on. I just want to get the wire in the ground while I have the trencher tomorrow. And I have the kids' pool that I want to get up, but I need to get the ground level. This will be the first time I've really kind of dealt with that kind of thing. So fortunately, Cindy got me for my birthday last year. I think it was my birthday that she got me the Christmas. It was one of those laser levels that does a 360. So
yeah, and he was like, "Oh, cool, thanks."
Yeah, I wasn't sure I was going to do it, but anyway, it came in handy for the gate today, and I think it's going to come in handy for that pool to try to get the ground the right height. And I forget what was the other want to get done stuff this week. It was the shed. Well, basically finish up that shed. I'm slowly filming that, but I got to build a barn door for it still, and then do some trimming and things like that. I haven't decided what I'm going to do on the floor yet, but that'll be probably last minute.
Is the turkey aviary on this week's list?
Probably won't get to it this week, but it would be nice to have it done because those birds are growing quickly. That's the other thing we want to do this week. After we get past the next couple of days and the cool nights, because it's going down. I think it's going to feel like 3 degrees Celsius. So basically, feel like 37 tonight or tomorrow night. Once we get past that, I think I want to get the meat birds outside because they are starting to get a little cramped inside that big brooder I made.
And stinky.
Yeah, it started to smell.
It's busy money pit for sure.
Yeah. Well, you guys know there's always something to do, but I just want to get a lot done while I'm off so that at some point during this year when I am off, I won't have as much to do. But I know there will just be other projects anyway. I do have the lumber to refurbish that bench, that gliding bench that I picked up for free. I do have cedar that I need to rip down, and I just have to buy some bolts and paint the frame, etc. But may or may not get to that.
Do you want your list?
My list? If you want to hold it, I can try to. I might need that dry erase too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll get very illustrative here. So I did finish the tile, so I'm going to cross that off. And where's the gate? Did I not even have the gate on here?
Oh, well, if you didn't, you have to write it in and cross it off.
Oh.
That's how lists work.
Okay, just so I could feel like I accomplished it.
It's a huge accomplishment.
Install gate. I can't even believe I didn't have it on here. I'm going to write it down just so that I can cross it off because that's just
Oh, you guys can't tell me you don't do that.
just so I can feel good about
I
it.
so do that.
All right, let me get that over. Anyway, the list.
Mhm. As for me, I've just been,
Well, you've been playing in the dirt.
I have been playing in the dirt. I've been trying to find places to stick all my extra tomato plants. I sold what I could, and now they really have to go in the ground. I don't want to put them all around the garden because now we're mowing between the raised beds. But I've got, I don't know, 20 or 30 pots out there. Some of them have been planted. The rest I'm going to plant tomorrow probably. And we're just going to have tomatoes everywhere.
Yeah,
It's okay though.
yeah, it won't be a bad thing.
No, I can't let them go to
Yeah, sure.
waste. We just have to eat more tomatoes. A lot of them are like the salad kind, the cherry.
Okay. Ram, we're in Canada. We're in Ontario, Canada, the province of Ontario, the country's Canada.
Excuse me.
What else? That goose is still sitting on eggs.
Mm,
I really doubt that we're going to get anything from her.
it's been a month and a half.
She hasn't given up. So what I read tells me that as long as she's sitting on it, there's still a chance because I guess they intuitively, supposedly know if everything's dead or not. And she has been kind of moving the nest around. So I think she might be sorting, as she moves, I think she's sorting some of the eggs out because I have seen some eggs that are no longer in the nest. So I'm going to let her do her thing for a bit longer and hopefully something still works out.
Yeah, and if not, hopefully she breaks her broodiness soon. The ducks are doing well.
Yeah, we have 3 ducks that are sitting and they are diligently sitting. They don't even move or make a peep when we go in there because they're in the long chicken house in the front. And they've got their 3 little nests, and while they're sitting, they're perfect.
Yeah.
It's funny, they're perfectly still. They don't make any noise. They don't.
Yeah, they're just like little statues.
Yeah, but I think we'll have some pretty good success there, which is great because all the ones that we've hatched, all the ducklings we've hatched in the incubators, all sold. So, Robbie, you're working away as you listen.
Enjoy the sunshine at least.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Everything in that kind of heat that you're getting, I'm sure it's getting algae pretty quick. Or
And I forget who gave us the tip the other day about the garlic and the rain barrels, but I did do that, and so far so good.
Yeah.
As far as keeping mosquitoes away, I think it's working.
Yeah, I think so too.
Very neat. You can smell the garlic when you go to
Was
get
there?
a bucket of water.
Oh,
It's
I
just
never
one
noticed.
clove, so.
Well, the other nice thing is it would be good for the animals, right? Because garlic is healthy. So I think even if the water's infused a bit with garlic, because we use this water until it gets really hot, like you said, Robbie, when it starts to get yucky, then we'll just start using it in the garden. But as long as it stays clean, like right now, we'll use it to give all the animals water.
Yeah, the barrels were freshly topped up yesterday and the day before with some rain. So I agree, Donald or Lisa, can't have too many tomatoes.
Yeah.
Make ketchup. I'm actually going to get a few ingredients to make a new kind of ketchup.
You can't have too many tomatoes.
No, I'm just missing a couple of ingredients which I hope to get this evening, and then I'm going to do a batch of ketchup and get last year's tomatoes out of the freezer.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You can have too many. Yes, it is neat. It is neat when the animals can intuitively sort it out. I have to wonder if it's by sound or if it's by smell. There must be a way they know. Rana, welcome in. You're from Pakistan. We're in Canada.
Thanks for joining us.
Eddie, welcome in. And Diddy, yeah, I got nothing to say about that, but welcome in. So, looking forward to a successful week as far as getting things done. The only thing is there's a few days in the forecast that are threatening some rain, so I don't know if that might slow me down a bit before from getting some of my projects done. But
I have lots to do inside, so I'm okay.
Yeah, and I have lots to do for Cindy and I both outside.
Yes, so if it rains, this is good for me because
I need that help.
he
That's
doesn't
all. I just need the
me, and I
help.
can actually get something done from my list.
Yeah, the boys aren't quite old enough yet. Eventually, they'll be able to take over
Yeah.
from mom, and hopefully,
They'll
eventually take
hustle
over for me.
Easy.
But for now, child of God, God bless
Thank
you as
you.
well. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yeah, once they're bigger, it'll help.
Mm-hmm.
But today, there's no way I would have got that gate up by myself because each side of the gate is 150 pounds. So I could have done it. No,
Well,
it would have been a little difficult because of getting
it'd be very difficult.
getting on the hinge pins.
Yeah, it'd be awkward. But
Thank you very much. Yes, hit that like button for us.
thank you.
Lipstick remover. I had to sound that out, but yes, thank you for hitting that like.
Raina, he's a very good father.
I try. Everybody's got their faults, but I do try. Hopefully set a good example for them.
Yeah, we're trying to teach them to be little homesteaders.
Yeah.
They are helping more and more with chores. And that's awesome. It's actually becoming helpful.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Wanting to try cutting the grass and gathering eggs and.
Mm-hmm. And I can just say, okay, your job, go feed the goats. Your job, go gather the quail eggs. Your job, feed the dogs. And awesome. I don't have to do it, and it helps a lot.
I don't know how to say your name, but the last commenter, we are good, and we hope you are well as well.
Right? Nothing is impossible.
Positive troll. I'm just going to throw stuff. Yeah, thank you very much. It's nice to see positive comments. So
if you're going to troll, the positive ways to go.
Yes, thank you. But yeah, nothing is impossible. Where there's a will, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
More time would be good, though.
Yeah.
The day flies by.
Time and sometimes a little bit of money.
Yeah.
But fortunately, today went well, so maybe we'll have that luck continue.
Yeah, it's always nice when things go well, and he was so optimistic and positive the whole time because things weren't lining up perfectly. He's like, "It's okay, I'll get it," and I'm thinking, "That's wonderful, good attitude."
Yeah, I used J bolts or like what do they call them, gate bolts, but I had intentionally bought the posts are 6 inches, but I intentionally bought a 12-inch long J bolt, and knowing that I would have to have some variation from top to bottom, I wanted to make sure I had more than enough, and it worked out well. I didn't need nearly that much as far as the length, but I mean, potentially I could cut them off, but I think I'll just leave them.
Yeah, it worked well.
Careful around cashmere. Yeah, I honestly am not even familiar, which I hate to say, but I feel myself slowly relaxing. It was such a race.
It's just nice to be warm. I won't complain about the heat until it gets extreme, but I hate being cold.
I'm glad you're okay, and I hope things start to go better for you. That sounds rough. If that's the case, that sounds very unfortunate. What else we got? What other positive things can we?
Well,
we have a whole pile of chicks still hatching.
Yeah, and we kind of feel like we should stop, but at the
Yeah,
same time,
I think it's to the point now we're going to slow down with the hatches because
yeah, some of them anyway, like
because a lot of them we hatched to sell, and now we've got quite a few that they'll probably sell as they get older because some people prefer to buy older birds as opposed to chicks. But I don't want to get stuck with a whole bunch. At least the more the breeds like the Silkies and the
yeah, we
Polish.
have a few of those.
But we've got quite a few of the breasts now that have hatched. I think that's really the only laying birds that we're hatching this year is the breasts, right? other than the,
yes,
the more decorative ones.
the decorative birds. Yes.
Yes, the world's in rough shape.
Yeah. What was it, Mr. Rogers said? Look for the helpers.
Look for the helpers. Yeah.
Well, there's always a positive twist.
Yeah, I like the heat too without the humidity. I agree. It's nice to be to you can be very comfortable at 30 degrees, or you can be very
heat, yes.
uncomfortable. So yeah,
Same
I
as
agree.
cold, right? That humidity is what does it.
Unfortunately, we always get a lot of humidity here. It doesn't seem to matter what time of year. Our winters can feel quite cold because it's humid, and our summers also get very, very humid. But I think it's because we're in between the Great Lakes. It just takes up all that water and comes across.
Mm-hmm. Those days that, like, even in the middle of winter when it's not humid, you go outside, it's like, oh, it's a dry cold. It's not bad.
Yeah,
It could be like 20 below, but
yeah, doesn't happen very often though.
no. We're from southwestern Ontario, Canada. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name, but that's where we're from.
What kind of tea are we drinking today? It's not homemade. I know that.
No, it's raspberry pomegranate, I believe.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I still have not got my passport.
Nope.
I don't know what's going on. Every time I check, they say it's still being processing. I have to call them maybe and find out. But
at least you know it's not lost in the mail.
I think it's.
They're not done with it.
I feel like it's been about 3 months. I'd have to actually go back and see when my credit card was charged, but it's getting ridiculously long.
I'm telling you, they don't want you to leave the country.
Apparently, they want me to stay put.
It's on a hold somewhere.
The kids can go. They have theirs right away.
It must be on a watch list.
Yeah, a watch list. Yeah. Who is that guy? But oh well, it'll come.
Hello, Black Sunny Pat. Thanks for joining us.
Yes. Welcome in. Wow.
I'm guessing that's not your name, but hello and thanks for joining us.
Yeah, that's I don't know if I would even choose that one, but anyway, that's interesting.
Something's beeping.
Yeah. Was the coffee on still?
Oh, that might be it.
Maybe.
So yeah, like I said, we had no plans. Normally we'd have a coffee before the chat and
Yeah, we usually go
brainstorm a little.
on Sundays when we're having our day to ourselves because the kids are visiting, and we normally take that time to do our running around. We also stop in the morning and grab a coffee someplace cheap, like McDonald's right now has $1 coffee or whatever. So we'll normally stop and do a little bit of a brainstorm and think about what we did for the past week and what we could talk about. And we didn't stop today.
So,
we just didn't have time.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But
how was the relationship
okay.
between you? Oh,
between us?
I'll let her decide. You choose. How do you want to describe the relationship?
Well, when I'm warm, we're good. When he has me outside in the really cold, helping with stuff.
Yeah, it depends if I'm asking for help, she doesn't like me as much.
I like to help. I do. It's just my to-do list doesn't get checked off very often. It never ends. I need more days.
Yeah. Well, I should say happy birthday to my mom today, just in case she watches this. It is her birthday.
Happy birthday. I'm not sure how to interpret the comment.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
They're not doing their live tonight?
Know.
Okay, thank you.
I hope he feels better soon.
Because there is a lineup of homesteaders that do lives, and I'll put that banner back up. I think everybody's seen our name long enough. So as you're looking at this list, everybody, just keep in mind, as was just mentioned, that Dyer Family Farm is not doing their live tonight. So Money Pit, I believe, still is, and I am sure that the Wild Huckleberry is, and Red Dirt. No, Red.
Guys, sorry.
I'm gonna have to read it because it's like a tongue twister for me, and I don't know why. But the very next one,
Red Dirt Rooster Road.
Red Dirt Rooster Road. There we go. Red Dirt Rooster Road will be on later, and
It's just it's hard because it could be red rooster, could be red
Red
dirt.
dirt. I know. I messed that up. I'm Zekos. Hi.
Hi.
Arab Patel. Welcome. Yeah, so there are some channels that follow ours. They start 1 hour after ours. So if any of you guys are kicking around and want to, yeah, you want to check out Money Pit Homestead, for instance, in the chat, they will be on 1 hour after we get off. Tonight, I'm hoping to catch all your lives, guys, but I do have to run to town and pick up the kids, and then sometime shortly after that, I have to go and pick up a walk behind trencher. That is going to be hopefully available this evening, that I can start working on my trenches tomorrow for that hydro I want to run.
That'll save time.
I wasn't going to do it by hand, but I think there's got to be at least 200 feet of clay I would have to dig through. Plus, I'm not using conduit. I'm just using UF underground wires, so I have to go 2 feet down. So I figured this would just be a lot easier to pay the $200 for rental cost, and
It's like $1 a foot.
yeah, if you look at it that way,
Worth it.
Save a lot of back break. I'm sure. I'm hoping I can figure out how to use it properly and knock this task out of the park.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who Walter White is, but I'll have to check that out.
They say you have like, I don't know how many doppelgangers somewhere in the world.
And I haven't decided. Like I said, I chopped the beard off yesterday.
Yeah, he'll have 1 or 2 twins from this look.
Yeah.
A whole different set with a beard.
Yeah.
So how's everyone's garden going? I planted early.
Yes.
I just got fed up. So I have everything in except for the rest of the tomatoes. I still have to pot, and corn and dill and stuff like that, but pretty much done.
Yeah, pretty much in. And if you guys watched our last video, Cindy planted a whole pile of stuff that we had purchased for Mother's Day.
Fruit trees and bushes, yeah.
Yeah, so, and everything's looking good.
Yeah, it rained shortly after, and yeah.
So I'm hopeful that everything will take fine. I will check that out for sure. I'll search it afterward, and I'll tell Walter White that he looks like me.
Depends who's older.
Yeah. So, and my looks are slowly changing because I've dropped 53 pounds in the last,
awesome.
What is it, 5 months?
Since January 1st.
Since January 1st, so.
That's awesome. Yeah, too hot. I do believe it.
You know what? I'm finding it too hot. After being out in the cold so long today, I'm actually finding I'm sitting in here and I feel kind of warm.
I think that's just because you were running around to the last second. And now the tea.
Shubham Kumar.
Hello.
Hopefully I say your name right. Thank
us.
you for joining us and welcome in. Yeah, I think that's part of it, just the race around.
You know, I was like sending him a message. I'm like, lives in 7 minutes. And he's
Yeah, I didn't even see
driveway.
it. I was still installing the last wheel on the gate, and I just came up, put some tools away, and realized it was time. So I know the country Ethiopia, yes, and Shabam. As long as it's clean and friendly, I don't mind if you ask something.
Yeah, we're not super familiar with Ethiopia, but we know of it.
Know of it, yes. Oh, Robbie, from what I've seen, I assume that's Robbie typing here, but you don't look like you had a lot to lose.
Yeah, Bert doesn't think it's a very visible difference, but it totally is.
No, I don't. I see myself all the time, so. Uncall your name. I'm not sure. But welcome in, Rana.
Hello,
Rupak, welcome in. Welcome to our live. We do this every Sunday.
Yeah, we do plan to be more prepared sometimes.
Sometimes. But this way we get to interact more with the people that join the live.
That's true. And it's already more than halfway through.
Yeah. And
I feel like we did more that we're just not remembering. I don't know.
Well, I think so. We did end up getting how many loads of dirt in last week or
In
during the
total?
week? I think it was 4.
I think in total 4.
So 4 yards that we purchased to top up our raised beds and to when I put that tile in the front yard, the ditch portion, because it used to be like a V shape in the ditch where the water would just run from the front yard out to the ditch, a very shallow ditch. So I put the big O in and covered it with dirt in the ditch portion so that it will eventually be grass and it's easier to cut the grass. And in the yard where the geese are, I put a whole bunch of river rock around this tile, like holding the tile exactly where I want it so that it drains.
And it'll help it not get so muddy too, because that's where it'll be the wettest.
Yeah.
And the geese won't be walking through the mud.
So it just looks a lot better. My favorite movie. Oh boy. Do I have a favorite movie?
I had a favorite movie. I think I haven't watched it in years. It's returned to me. It was David Duchovny and Minnie Driver.
Yeah. You know what? I don't know that I have a favorite movie.
No,
I-
we're watching the Harry Potter series for family movie night now.
Yeah, the kids are going through all those right now, so that's kind of different. I used to like a movie called Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I used to get a kick out of that. But yeah, no real favorite. India or Pakistan, who's the best? I think they're both great. I don't have an opinion.
Yeah, no opinion at all. People
Rena?
are great anywhere.
Oh, well, you type very well. If you don't know English, Rana, you're doing a great job of
For sure.
typing. But thank you very much. Shivam Sharma, hi. Again, who is the best? Don't have an opinion.
So I'm thinking, just based on the different countries, there's a lot of time zones happening here.
Yeah,
So for
I
us,
believe
it's
so.
4:38.
Yeah.
I'm guessing some of you are late into the night.
Chemflix, I apologize, but I don't know what that it says.
Yeah, we don't have translation on
No.
this. So, Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
we
I
have
like
seen
Lord
it.
of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yes, good point. That is a good movie.
Maybe that'll be the next series.
I think the kids are maybe a little young for that. But we'll have to check. But it's a good movie, and they're very, very long.
Yes, that I do remember.
But another one that's
The Harry Potter
based on
ones are
books.
pretty long too. They're like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings. When you go to the theater, they have intermission in the middle. So, anyway, it's just nice to watch something that's not cartoon based anymore, because we're finally getting to the point where we're not necessarily watching cartoon movies all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
The youngest one is what, 5? So
We were doing Star Wars. We took a break from that.
yeah, some of those old classics.
The old stuff
Ethiopia
is
not
better.
colonized. Yeah, I honestly wouldn't know that.
Yeah,
No
idea.
I love learning about different parts of the world, but I unfortunately haven't been able to travel much of it and see much of it that way.
No, but this is a way to.
Yes, this is a good way to interact with everybody.
Places.
Ashe,
Thank you.
thank you very much. Shabam, I hear lots of good things about India. I work with a lot of guys that are from India, to be honest, and I've heard a lot of interesting stories, and it's neat to hear the differences in the countries and from here to there, etc. Cultural differences. It's very neat. Prasad, hello, welcome in. Where are we from? We are in Canada. We're Southwestern Ontario, Canada.
Hi, Noble. Thanks for
how
coming.
are you? Thanks for joining us.
How is it where you are? We've had a cool.
It's cool. It's not cold. It's just
Yeah.
cool.
And it hasn't rained during the day, but it's been just misty and nothing's dried up. But tomorrow might be better.
Yeah, I'm hoping for at least a couple good days.
Mhm.
I'm way too much to get done to have to deal with the rainy weather right now. But we'll see. Boy, I need a translator.
I know. I was just thinking the same thing. I wish this was automatically translate.
It would be nice if there was a feature. I'm sure
Mhm.
maybe there is a way, but you like Canada but hate America. Well, you know, I can't say that I hate America.
No, not at all.
We're very close to the U.S. border. There's always political differences, but the people.
I think that's what people mean.
Yeah,
They hate
but when
the
it comes to
politics
people,
of
you have
certain
to remember that
countries,
it doesn't matter what country you're in my mind, the people are still good people. What happens politically is it's out of the normal person's control, right? I can't do anything about what my government does
Mhm.
or who they
And for the most part,
get along with.
it's a half and half thing. Like half like their government, half don't.
Yeah, exactly.
For the most part.
What is the content on our channel? It's mostly just about our homesteading or raising animals and gardening on just under 1 acre.
Yeah, we cram a lot into this little
We
space.
try to do a lot with a very little space.
I don't doubt that India has a lot of great
Lot going
education,
on.
technology,
Yes.
and all that.
Noble, you've had a beautiful day.
Yeah.
84. I like 84. That's a good temperature. Hopefully it was a dry, warm. It should be just over 30.
Oh,
29. 29. Yeah.
That is a nice temperature.
That's beautiful. That's right.
Yes, and Mexico. Correct.
Yeah, and Mexico's part of North America. Yeah.
And like Cuba. No. Yes.
I'm
not 100% sure about that one.
Well, I wouldn't say I wouldn't. Yeah. No weapons, no war.
I don't know. People find a way, but
yeah, there's always
definitely
a way.
harder.
Some people throw rocks.
Yeah.
Right. But anyway, hopefully everybody can be peaceful and watch homesteading channels and be happy.
Yeah, I mean, homesteading's pretty peaceful.
Yeah, basically just back to roots.
Yeah.
Not as much greed.
Yeah, the only war around here is between me and the roosters.
Yeah, and the geese.
And the geese.
Very territorial.
Every day I wonder why we have these geese.
Everybody should have freedom. And hopefully some point you will. If you don't now, hopefully you will. Yeah. Anyway, what else is? Anything else going on that we hope to do a live outside soon. We still maybe this week. This week we might do a pop-up live just in case if anybody's watching right now and you see us kind of jump on at some point during the week, during the middle of the week, we might do a pop-up.
If you have time, join us.
See what we can do out in the yard and hopefully not lose our internet. We want to see if it works.
So if you have time, you see us pop up, just
join in.
Jump in and let us know if it's working.
If it's successful or not,
How the connection is. Yeah, for sure. That'd be a good idea. We do need to test it before we do it on actual Sunday live.
On a Sunday, yeah. That's also my hope where I'm putting the hydro run out to the gazebo is that I can maybe plug in a phone or a laptop out there and hopefully not. Hopefully we're not that far away, so it may be close enough not to lose connection, but we'll have to see.
That's true. Like my phone doesn't normally lose connection till the end of the driveway.
Yeah, I like the geese. Noel, that they can be very.
I'll give you that. They are protective, and we don't notice ticks around here. So
I always chuckle to myself, and I shouldn't be like this because, like, people come in our laneway to get eggs, and they'll often the geese are in our front yard. Our front yard is all fenced, and our geese are in our front yard, and people will stop at the fence. And they get looking, and you can see the wheels are turning, like they're thinking about trying to, call these geese or pet these geese. And I'm thinking, don't do it, right? I don't know if I can get in trouble if they get nipped, but part of me sits back, kind of.
I know.
Looking like, are they going to do it?
One person the other day is like, they really want to come talk to us. And I'm thinking, yeah, I don't think that's exactly what they want.
Yeah, no, they want you to go away.
It's just they're so loud. They're so loud. When Bert's sleeping after a late shift in the morning and I'm doing chores, I go out there. As soon as anybody walks out there, they just start up with the honking. And I'm like, you're going to wake them, but they're his geese.
Like it's my fault.
No,
Donald and Lisa, thank you very much for asking people to give a thumbs up and subscribe if they can. We do appreciate that. And yeah, just a reminder that Donald and Lisa at Acre Homestead will be on at 6 p.m. our time, Eastern Standard Time, or 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. So you'll have to do the math based on where you are, but 1 hour
after we finish.
1 hour and 14 minutes from now, they will be going live. How's life in a developed country like Canada?
Pretty good.
You know what? I hate to complain because I know it can be a lot worse. So
we have problems, but
everybody's got problems, and every country's got problems. But they're not problems that are.
They're problems that people in other places wouldn't consider problems.
It comes down to want, not needs. We have what we need, and like any typical human being, you always want more, and I guess there's that balance. Well, and Noble's saying hi to everybody. Rana's lots of different opinions going on.
Yeah.
What else can we chat about?
I don't know if you already
What
said
time is it?
Thanks to Donald and Lisa.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
What time is it here? It is 4:48 p.m. And it's very early in the morning where you're at. Where are you? I can't say your name, but 2:17 a.m. Just curious whereabouts are you located?
Yeah. Thanks for joining us in the middle of the night.
Yeah, it's very, at least in my mind, it'd be very tough to be up unless you're up in between a shift or something. Or
This is an interesting question. I don't know the answer.
No, Canada is getting warmer. Usually warmer, but it's cyclical, right? Like we had a colder winter this year than we've had in quite a few years.
And I remember hotter summers than we've had sometimes too.
But it depends. It seems like we'll go, each year get a little warmer, then all of a sudden it'll reset, and then it kind of goes back. We've had winters where we don't even get snow. Hardly any snow. Not even enough to shovel or blow. And then there's other winters where you can constantly be clearing snow.
Yeah. So when it's an especially cold winter, we're less likely to get big snowfalls.
Yeah. But the colder the winter, as Cindy was just saying, because we're surrounded by lakes. If it's a mild winter, they pick up all the moisture off the lakes and dump us heavily with snow. Where on a real cold winter, the lakes will freeze over and it doesn't pick up so much moisture. But it has to get quite cold.
So basically, you suffer from the cold, or you suffer from the snow.
These are very large lakes. It has to get very cold.
Yes. Can't pronounce the name, but from Kashmir, India. Thank you for joining us on the suggestion of her friend. That's very cool.
Korea time. 5:50 a.m. So, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I'm assuming you're in North Korea because of your comments earlier. And I'm surprised that I just assumed it would be censored, but I guess I could be wrong.
Yes, there are a lot of Indians in Canada.
Yes, we do. We do have a lot of Indian nationalities here, and there's I work with a lot of people from India. A lot of young people.
Hello, Stud Bunny. We're all doing well. Hope you are too. Thanks for joining us.
Stud Bunny, you took my name. I'm just kidding.
It doesn't rise for some days. north. I don't know
I'm sorry?
exactly where.
Is there any
Is it-
place? Doesn't right. Very far north. I believe they have certain parts of the year where it stays dark, and certain parts of the year where it stays where they don't get dark. It depends on the
Yeah, long stretches of
long
night.
stretches. Yeah, night or day.
Yeah,
Because they're so far away from
but
the equator.
not here.
No, not where we are. It's very normal here.
Yeah.
I don't know. As far as the ex-president, I have no
I
information
hope
there.
not. I mean, that would be.
Saudi Arabia,
horrible.
11:50 p.m. time. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for letting us know. Art, hello from Cape Town, South Africa.
You've
Have you
never
ever been there? I have. Unfortunately, I have never traveled. I've been both sides of Canada. I've been through quite a few states in the U.S. and Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I have not been able to travel the world. It would be neat to be able to, but it just hasn't been in the cards for me.
I like the accent though.
We don't give out our city name, but we'll tell you that we are in Ontario, Canada. We're southwest. We're very close to the U.S.-Michigan border.
You know what? I am sure there are tons of strange laws in our country, but I can't think of one right now.
No,
But there's always those old laws that you have to ring a bell in front of a house.
Yeah, there's laws that aren't enforced that have been in place for
that never got taken off the books, I guess.
Right, but nothing that's that strange current day that I can think of.
I'm sure there's books with like lists of them, which would be interesting actually. Zahid, thank you for joining us.
Yes, welcome in. And are we caught up? I think we're caught up on the chat.
Yeah.
It's very nice to have so much participation, guys. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, the time's going so quickly.
Visit Punjab, Pakistan. I'm sure that would be really cool. You were in Cuba a few months ago. I love Cuba.
It's beautiful.
People complain about the food and things like that, but I don't. The way I see it, I don't go for the food. I go for the weather.
Yeah, and the people are
nice. Are very friendly.
It's not fancy, but it's nice and it's comfortable.
And we've only been twice.
Yeah.
But it's funny because when we go, because Cindy tans very well because of her background. When we're there, she almost looks like she becomes a Cuban. Where I stay like that white guy, the tourist guy. We can go to the USA with a passport, but I'm still waiting for mine.
And that's
we can actually go with a birth certificate. Technically, but the border with political reasons right now, they're being a little more difficult. And
even before that, they were like, we really prefer a passport.
Yeah, they get a little cranky when you show up with a birth certificate, even though it's supposed to be acceptable. But
there is a limit to how long we can.
Yeah, we can't stay there. We can go to visit,
go shopping,
things like that, but we cannot stay there without more paperwork. We'd have to go down to Arkansas and visit Robbie and Sonia.
Yeah, and Kentucky.
Yeah, to Acre Homestead. Don't visit Pakistan. Well,
I was in Japan. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But we've never
so I haven't been there. We were in
Puerto Lavaca for a honeymoon. Guard the cow. Save the cow.
Save the cow. Yeah, Puerto Lavaca, and the last time was one of the islands off of Cuba.
What?
It was one of the Keys, wasn't it?
Oh.
It was on the northwest side, I believe.
Can't even remember the name right now, but it was lovely.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, thank you. We would love to make the trip. Trust me, it'd be fantastic.
Someday.
And someday we might get the opportunity. Oshak Ali, if I'm saying that correctly, hello, welcome in. Muhammad Ali, sorry to hear that. I hope things turn around for you. Mike, well, I don't know if he'll get back in. That'd be kind of unusual, but
Never know.
Yeah, I think that's just a lot of hype, Prasad. It's just political game going on.
Yeah, at this point, we'd like to stay our own independent country.
Yeah, they don't really. I don't think they really do have intentions like that. It's more. There was a big dislike for the previous prime minister here, and I think it was to torment him.
Yeah, that was kind of fun to watch.
Yeah. Canines. Yeah, I don't know much about that stuff, unfortunately. Maybe fortunately, I don't need to know.
Okay, so
Havana.
I can't
You know,
pronounce
I
it,
would
but
love to go to Havana.
yeah,
I think it would be so cool to see the old architecture of Havana.
it'd probably be a little less laid back because it's a city, like it's the city.
Yeah, the place we went to the first time in Guadalajara, Save the Cow, was actually an old Russian military base at one time that they had converted to a resort
Mm-hmm.
from back in the days when the Russians would port there.
It was nice. I mean, again, it wasn't super fancy, but you felt safe. Like we walked off resort, no problem. Everyone was friendly, and
yeah, going to the little
it
towns.
was nice.
What do I work? I work in the automotive industry. I don't have any opinions on presidents. Yes, please hit the thumbs up, guys. Thank you, Donald and Lisa. What is the best European country you guys like to visit? Well, I've never had the opportunity to visit. Cindy has.
Well, so yeah, not far into Europe, that's for sure. I visited a couple of islands in Azores, but that's definitely not far into Europe.
Yeah, Cindy's family's from the Azores.
But that's about as far east as you can go.
Yeah.
Or sorry, west of Europe, our east here.
I always joke around that they're just off the coast of Canada, because when you look at where their island is, it seems like it's about halfway between Portugal and Canada. So
yeah,
it could just be an extension of Canada instead.
Sure.
But well, do my eyes deceive me, or is it almost 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock? Just a couple more minutes, guys.
Wow, guys.
Then we're going to have to get moving because we have a lot to do still.
Thankfully, the days are long now.
Yeah, it stays light so much longer, which is fantastic, especially if it stays a little warmer, or if it's hot. It's nice to have that evening to actually get some work done because it's not so bad.
Mm-hmm. Vienna, Portugal, awesome.
Yeah, Portugal is. I think it'd be neat to visit. I tell Cindy she should take me because Cindy can understand the Portuguese language.
A little. Well, it depends on the dialect, right?
What do you mean a little? You understand it?
Depends on the dialect.
I still think you'd understand it. Even when we were in Cuba and they spoke Spanish, because it's similar to Portuguese, Cindy was able to understand what was going on. Where for me, it was like
a word here and there.
I'm not familiar, because in Canada, you either in school you either learn English, and you also for some part learn French, and in the U.S. I believe it's English and Spanish typically, but Spanish isn't as common here.
Yeah, we have 4 kids that we do not include in our lives, and if you see them on the videos, we try to kind of conceal their faces a little bit, give them privacy. Thank you, Robbie and Sonia.
Appreciate that, guys, and thank you again for making the time to be here.
And thank you for our moderators. I know you were working hard, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's sad that has to happen, but we do appreciate you guys helping us out.
Thanks, Donald and Lisa. It was fun, and it went fast.
It went quick, and for not having a topic, it's great to have the interaction. So everybody that's been interacting with us, thank you so much, and for telling us where you live and what time it is, because I think it's always very interesting to see who's watching and what time and where. So guys, we'll have to go. Mm-hmm. Don't forget to drop in and see Money Pit in 1 hour, and in 2 hours time you'll be able to see Robbie and Sonia over at the Wild Huckleberry. So check those channels out, guys, please, and we'll see you next week. Come back and see us.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.